I'm Dr. Everlyn Oluoch. I work at the United States International University in Nairobi. So it's called USIU-Africa. I am in the Department of Languages and Literature, teaching English composition too, where we look into argumentative writing, critical reading, critical thinking, and then we weave in sources effectively.
I'm Vaughan. I'm an associate professor of English education in the Department of Teacher Education at Michigan State. Prior to this, I was a public school English teacher. Taught high school English in Brooklyn for 12 years. And yeah, the COIL project was our first collaboration. And, I'm grateful for the COIL project because we had an opportunity to learn with one another through some of the conversation. The course specifically for the COIL project was called TE 101, which stands for Teacher Education 101. And the specific course was Pedagogy and Politics of Justice and Equity in Education.
So this ran through March, April 2025. We had 3 intense weeks. Vaughan's equity class focused pedagogicals actually teamed up with my composition class. We had 23 USIU-Africa students in 7 teams. Each team had 2 to 3 students. So the students crossed oceans virtually to work together. This would help them to flex critical thinking across culture via media analysis. So they actually discussed songs, stereotypes, films, TED Talks, and discussed issues of justice.
Songs carry forward the entirety and the robustness of heritage and cultural and language practices. And so we had students bring forth songs that were meaningful to them. And you saw that across a range of contexts, a range of types of artists that they brought forth with them. And really were able to engage some conversations across notions of shared learning, perspective taking, critical thinking, and so really robust to think about the ways that folks named a song that resonated with them, and then they thought about how they might take that up in a teaching and learning practice.
And then there was a lot of we anonymized students' work, which we hope to publish later on. So they formed some local teams to build Google Slides with the media pics. They had some descriptions, shared links, and tried to tie some themes like empathy. Maybe they worked with a protest song, various kinds of articles. Then we had these international partners teaming up to analyze some critical thinking skills like perspective taking, stereotype busting, and all that. So my students had probably songs like there was a group that talked about We Are the World song, showing that people can unite despite our differences and show unity because all these problems cut across distance, cultures, religion. So that was something that really struck me.
I think it was really engaging that there's a universality to some of the songs, right, that both communities named, but then also folks got to bring forward some examples that affirmed and extended their language literacy or learning practices. I think that the COIL project highlighted the idea of how folks are readily teaching and learning in global context, and teaching and learning and sharing stories with broad, diverse global audiences.
I would say that COIL is global learning redefined. It's how we build a more just world, or one virtual team at a time. So I would say that COIL connected us, it connected our students, and it also helped us to exchange ideas across continents. So it was something good, really good.
Youth and undergraduate students have such an awareness of a powerful awareness of audience these days. If we think of social media and possibilities for storytelling and expanded notions of learning across digital and global contexts. And so just thinking about this necessary time where we're like compelled to think about how we might continually learn with one another and affirm and extend that learning. I think COIL provides this really great prompt, if you will, an invitation into global conversation and learning.